One afternoon, the year was 2015, I was called into the room and I immediately knew this was yet another counseling session. So I started preparing my mind, adjusting my mind into thinking of those actions that I've done so that I could give a good explanation of what I've done. And my mother pulls out a chair, instructed me to sit down. She prayed and said to me, "Son, I know it's hard for you right now, but keep pushing forward. I'm Tokolsem. You will be somebody someday. Never give up." And she looked into my eyes and said, "I know that you will become the person that I envision you to become." My father was sitting across the room reading, and while flipping through the pages of his book, he slightly adjusted his glasses and glanced above the lens and said, "It's okay, son. Whatever you choose to do, remember, no matter how tough life may get, learn to tell yourself that you are somebody and you will be somebody one day. You are valued and no one should tell you otherwise. You will get through it and nothing should stop you from keep trying to be better than what you were yesterday." I sat there in silence and I was thinking about all these things because I dropped out from grade 10 and grade 12. And then he went further to quote from Dr. Miles Monroe, one of his books, and he said, "Remember that people would rather hear the stories of those who've got beaten down by life, devalued, failed, and looked down upon, yet never gave up, and made it through those hard knocks of life and came out successful." And I sat quietly and I thought of all those things that I've done. Oh, there's something when we walk in, I bowed my head and I was emotional. I started tearing up and my mom said, "If God be willing, son, I will still be alive, and if you listen to me, you will get there someday. And I will be the one to remind you of this very day." 10 years has passed. Almost 10 years. I think it's about, let me see, 7, 8 years. Yeah. Well, I am actually living the life that they both taught me. They said I was somebody. And now I'm looking back on all those statements. I've lost my father. My father passed away. Never got a chance to see who I've become. But my mother is still alive. And she reminds me of that very afternoon when they told me that I would be somebody. Until parents, where you messed up, we give up too early. Lord, beginning in me. We stop praying. We stop giving advices. A big man in Tokolsem, never give up. And beginning in you, it is your responsibility to train them in a way they should go. And so for those young people out there where you planting also through your life, unfair to me. Nah, you haven't been getting that kind of advice from your parents. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you have failed, suppose you failed, suppose you've been devalued, if you've been looked down upon, if one man told some you don't up and you can't, I want to tell you that I've been in your shoe and you can. You are valued, you are important, you are worth something, There are people who are going to say that you cannot do it. There are friends who would not be able to come to your aid when you are at your lowest. And so I'd like to tell you that you can be somebody, whatever someone has said to you that you think also, I'm true, that's my reality. Well, God am placing you on this ground not to just be looked down upon. You are valued, you are unique, and you are placed on this earth for a certain reason, and you need to find that reason with God. And so be strong, hold your head high, and continue to live life positively. Look for people who are positive about your life, who will help you grow. Cut out whoever is not going to help you grow, and learn to live this life that God wants you to live by. And you will get there someday. If what I've done today, if everything that I've said today has helped you in one way or the other, I have served my purpose, and that is what makes me, gives me that satisfaction. And so stay blessed out there, and continue to strive.